Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing. The Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Texas Tech's offense comes onto the field first today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Looking for a man. It's Morton. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to adjust the pattern. Hand off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass on second down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and now you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the grab over the middle. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and fourth down is coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. On the move from inside is 5. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking for a man. It's Morton. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Grabbed in the middle. It's Eakin. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Snags it on the right. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air. It's Morton. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. The Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Eakin. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll ride his man on the option. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ott. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, and when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Pulled it, finds his man on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. Back to throw, it's Morton. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. And the Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ott. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
The sure hands, it's Ott. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Gives it on the option. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Rushes on him. Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly to the tight end.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Bringing the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Eakin. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Got the first down and more. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air, it's Morton. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll run play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel that. Get him on the ground. That's why they built it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burks. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Catch in the middle. It's Gibson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
This defense is there again. They keep feeding the back, and he finds no success at all. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Got room on the return. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David can swing them. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in, it's Gibson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Sooners want to move quickly. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside, they're going to make plays. Obviously, it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. They stop him at the 23. Good pickup, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll bring up 4th down. Looking to throw. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17. From the red zone, looking for a space. Buys a little time. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. Spin, still running. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. South Carolina looks lost today, and boy, does it show right now on the scoreboard. Almost like the coaching staff spent the week in Hilton Head instead of the film room. They're trailing by 21 to Kentucky. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Red Raiders can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Carter. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. The defense was ready for that sneak attempt. They sealed up every crevice, nowhere to go.
And you know it's a predictable situation. You know it's short yardage. They want to run the quarterback sneak. Got to get penetration. And linebackers, boy, they got to jump over the pile, go meet him in the backfield. Nice job by the D.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Burks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Using his legs, it's Ott. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Short, quick, precise passing game. Good enough to move the sticks. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And the Sooners back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throwing right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it in the middle, it's Burks. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. It's good, and that was dead solid, perfect. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Took a shot as he threw.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Morton. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Red Raiders will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Ott. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. So now it's 2nd and long. Complete to the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Ott. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in, it's Gibson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Makes the quick grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Morton. Hauls it in. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. He'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Pushes toward the goal line. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Bringing it out. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
The Red Raiders will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sategna. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. He'll start this third quarter with a run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. He's looking downfield to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Exactly what this defense needed. Listen, they're at a deficit. They talked about at the half. They need some energy. They need to force some turnovers, create some negative plays. What do? First drive, get a sack. Nice job by this defense.
And the Sooners decide to punt it away. Makes the catch at the 35. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Morton. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Racing to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Southern Miss is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Hattiesburg for some time. They're up by 31 over UConn. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Leaves it with the running back. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Burks. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's up. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Kent. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Burks. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
And the Sooners are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They could nowhere to go, and the ball was loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And the fumble recovery gives the ball to the offense with a first and goal. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's up. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Trying to punch it in. Not only will he not get in, they'll stop him behind the line at the 4. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Dumps it to the back. Caught near the sticks, it's Joyner. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carter. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. He wants to throw it again. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal. They'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Ott. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Red pass, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. On target to the left. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Morton. He's got him. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes!
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness.
Turning it on! Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16. The Sooners have pushed it inside the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third down play from the gun. Grab near the sticks. It's up. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Looking downfield, it's Morton on target. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Wide receivers all over the place, trips to the left on 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's Joyner. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. And the Red Raiders line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Just keeps slinging it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Catch in the middle. It's Burks. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got a man. It's Sategna. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll go to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Off play action. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And you could just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. He got it. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. South Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Columbia, one of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Kentucky. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To throw, it's Morton. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
The Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Joyner. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
And the Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll haul it in right around the logo. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Snagged out of the air. Hard running there. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Grab near the marker, it's Stone. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. Back to pass, it's Morton. Under fire.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The play action fake.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They are in business, starting this drive inside the 10-yard line. Snap it to the back. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time, couple of plays into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Caught over the middle. It's Virgil. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. The Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Dropping back, it's Morton. Got a man, it's Douglas. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Makes the grab down the middle. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you.